to nether blast my tower, I'll nether blast your towers. So he actually has a lot of options. You're not really planning to steal anything from Troll, though I guess if we go late and you get Ags, you could steal, you know, the throwing axes and maybe dispel the Decrepify. That could be cool.
See what he ends up stealing if he has a good early game, but that's going to be the question mark here for the side of Boom Esports. I was taking my moment to listen to my good friend John X Fire. I was surprised it was only 2 this time, but we'll see how this early... Again, I don't want to overhype. I feel like I got disappointed last game. We had half the amount of kills in the final tally than what I thought we were going to get in the first 20 minutes. Now I'm like scared to be like, yeah, you know what? We're going to see a bloodbath before the bounty run again. I'm a little scared.
I'd like to see a kill before
7 minutes. Yeah.
Keep the expectations low.
I'm here for you on that one.
I do think we're swapping a little bit. BB team can play a little slower to start. You once again have to line up the timings where you get the blink on the Sand King, the ultimates on the supports, and then you can start to play fast.
Miero. Never mind. All right. Oh, 2 games. I'm a little... I was gonna say a little bit disappointed.
Fight to the death, guys.
Maybe there's a fight to the death. Seems like they want to go for Miero, and the damage is gonna be put on him, but the bushwhack lands onto the Luna. That'll let Miero leave. And what was once a fight to the death is a fight to half my health, and I'll just walk away. You know, duels aren't always to the death. Contrary to popular belief, sometimes it's to the first wounded.
Someone just has to admit defeat.
Yeah. First blood, as they used to call it back in the day. These are the fun facts. Was history my major? No. Do I actually know this for sure? I got 98% certainty on that. Get themselves a little boar. That looks like a wolf, but easy to take out. Bottom lane, Miero. Is this a lane that he has to worry about? We talked about how Sand King recovers even when he gets pushed out of the lane, but does this feel like a lane in which he's going to need to really back away?
I think you have to play safe. This is where Disruptor gets a little extra help from Luna, who is a pretty strong laner. The early levels will be a bit of a pain, as we are seeing. As time goes on, though, you probably just transition to a farming lane. Like, Luna shove the lane, you shove it back. And then you both go farm stacks, which I imagine we'll see saved make a lot in the triangle stacks into the power runes, water runes, things like that, which is why it's already blocked off for Boom. They moved up there to prevent the hard camp from spawning, at least.
Not bad to have, especially if you're not going to get there for a couple of minutes if you're kind of stuck in this lane. They did get the bushwhack with the burrow strike on the Jackie, but not a lot of damage at the early moments in this game. Only level 1 still here on save. Get that level 2, you get those moon glaives, and so now Disruptor's got that +2 to the damage. That's the difference maker.
It adds up.
We didn't see that. It's fine. Mid, very different matchup than what we saw before, right? Like, it was Void Spirit Earthshaker. I don't think this could get more different.
One of them's a melee hero. Does that count?
All right, you know what? Maybe it could get more different.
2 ranged heroes. Yeah, this one should be okay. I mean, we're going to see GBK get hit by the Shadow Strikes. He's going to hit back with his Tidebringer. They shouldn't easily kill each other until a support rotates in, which Queen of Pain should be fine. It's not easy to land a bushwhack. You have to let him X-mark you, which anytime he's worried about supports, he will play safe at that time.
Pure is
getting kind of low here.
Trying to stand his ground. He actually gets pulled back into the Lotus pool, and that means Tim's is able to get first blood, and they get the Lotus. So now, boom, this top lane certainly benefits them, and 1-2 to start for Rubik. No surprise, you're just trying to really pack a punch with that Fable.
I'm a little surprised they went for that. Nether Ward was just off of cooldown. Ooh, they do get the Luna down
by
here.
Save. Yeah, they were able to get the Sandstorm down. They had that control, and he just not having the life. He had a Lotus, but didn't use it.
Maybe this is the carry hoodwink.
From save, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see his build be core-ish. That is kind of his MO, right?
I would definitely trust him to do it. I fully expect him to just go arcane something and then a shard. I don't know what that something will be yet. I don't think his team needs more catch, so maybe you just buy a classic Glimmer or Solar Crest, something like that. But then I think you do want that amp damage for your Sand King. And the Kunkka spells. Like, honestly, you got a lot of burst damage from your teammates.
Armel getting that level 5 before GPK, actually ahead in experience by about a half a level right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of denies, actually.
15. That is quite the number. That is pretty rough when it is higher than the amount of CS you've got. Glimpse back, but not going to save him. Miero gets the kill. Bottom lane, they secure another one. And yeah, this is GPK kind of getting dominated by the level 3 in the Shadow Strike, where he's not allowed to step into the lane. And Armel being very diligent with his denies. Uh-oh. This ain't fun.
Yeah, just gonna rack up more denies and CS in front of his face with that. I mean, this is the Queen of Pain game plan, but you grab the Kunkka as a way to kind of like sidetrack this, and you have not done that. So it will be a slower start for him. He is at least a mid hero, though, that we said, you know, if the lane does go bad, you just go farm stacks. No stacks have been made for him quite yet, though.
Uh-oh. For the Shadow Strike, Tim's is here. Fade Bolt. And the Torrent not going to land, but GPK under the tower now has the X. Can he hide in the trees and survive? That's the real question. And the answer is no. But Armel, he gets traded for this, which is a bit of maybe an overpayment from Boom when they thought they had GPK dead to rights.
Carry hoodwink, it's happening. They did get unlucky there. Queen of Pain had a missed uphill attack, forcing her to then jump in further to get the Kunkka kill, which at least she got the kill first, so she continues to win while GPK struggles. But getting the trade to save, Hoodwink is a hero that really likes an early 6 because Sharpshooter is a lot of damage when you get it online early and people have 1,000 health. You take off half of that yourself.
Jackie, save is in the vicinity.
Carry Hoodwink is here.
He's here. Carry Hoodwink is still here. GPK, that's a way to recover. Come down bottom, get a kill.
This is a catapult wave too, actually, so they're gonna get a lot of damage in here.
Tower.
I don't think they'll take it since Luna will come back, but it's always nice to get some early damage in.
Pugna fine. They had the chase for a second.
Oh, actually, Troll is down here.
Just to get a cleanup kill here onto the Disruptor. Carry Hoodwink. Ready to get another kill, but Pure's the one who gets it, and now you can just commit to the tower, surely.
That was actually a really heads-up play. They're expecting the Luna to TP back. They're trying to, you know, get a second kill, really slow her down. They don't find the Luna, but you get the Disruptor, and you end up taking a tower at 7 minutes, so that is very nice for the map control you'd like to have.
That gets saved to 6. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Sharpshooter is online, and your Disruptor is still level 4. Jabs, he's running, but it ain't fun. Kataomi's going to be pushed back away, but do they have the damage? Now the TP's coming through from save. They're going to have a Sharpshooter. They're going to have a Bushwhack, too. And now Armel comes in. Sharpshooter thrown out. Sonic Wave, Pure. He's low, but he'll survive at least for the moment. Tim's is here, ready to get a kill. Armel cleans up Pure. And then they look at Tim's as the Bushwhack doesn't connect. That's like the first one save is missed. But GPK is here. He's got the X. He's got the haste. It's the Torrent. And Tim's, he's very dead.
Both their supports are level 6 by 8 minutes. That's actually insane. These are really high impact supports. If you give them a strong start, Pugna... okay, he has to heal now because of that fight. Once he is done healing, I mean, he's going to be good to go for the rest of the game, pretty much. The tempo is never going to stop.
GPK looks caught for a second, but here comes the ghost ship and the sharpshooter. It's a kill for GPK, and they also telekinesis and pull him back. Jabs wants this kill, and they will get GPK. And that is yet another onto this Kunkka, but he is currently sitting at 3 kills, 2 deaths, 2 assists.
I mean, that's just your support Kunkka dying while the core
Carry
hoodwink continues to live and farm, so...
Going into the Maelstrom?
He actually is. Wait, that's so funny. He had a blink queued up earlier. He really is going to become core. And I don't blame him. I mean, he's having an amazing start. I'm here for this.
It opens up Miero's lane. He's happy. He's just in here over in the bottom lane, getting as much farm as he really wants. And with the Beastmaster kind of backing away from the tier 1 tower, that opens up Pure's game too. Who is currently sitting top of the net worth. And look at the farm that Save has. He's almost at 3,000. He'll go for the double stack.
Yeah, I mean, we can see on the mini map, BB team has had a great start. You don't have to do anything crazy. If you just maintain what you're doing, you're farming, you know, 60 to 70% of the map, whereas Boom is struggling a little bit here. You're just going to grow a gold lead as time goes on. 2K already. Of course, when you have your abilities, you can make plays. Since we did mention you hit your levels sooner, why not? For example, we got a smoke play here. No static storm available to them, though.
The blink in, and Miero kind of looking for maybe an opportunity to try and survive, but the Burrow Strike comes out. They go to the glimpse. They get the kill with the Sonic Wave anyway. The scan hits onto Jabs, and they know those heroes just went over towards bottom. Maybe they can make a play and try and get this kill onto this Beastmaster, but it looks like they're going to show up just a touch too late. Although Save, if he goes onto the tower, they'll have the extra control with the Bushwhack. There's a TP in from the Disruptor. But Save all the way up into the high ground. They go to the X. They force the Primal Roar. There's the Bushwhack Sharpshooter and the Ghost Ship coming in. But the Tidebringer, GPK, gets the kill. Doesn't end up stealing the Ghost Ship. They're going to throw back over at GPK. That connects. But do you want to commit to this? Armel ready to blink away. Tim's moving forward with the rest of his team still here. They go to the glimpse. That connects on a Save. They go to the Scream. They look for the damage onto this Hoodwink, who's still alive for a moment. Bushwhack connects. Pure, though, does not want to go any further. They do not have Miero to help them out with this one. And now they'll end up stealing themselves the Decrepify. So Pure, they'll try to turn, but the Static Storm, it ends up connecting. They'll go to the Life Drain, but that's not going to be enough to save him. So with the Eclipse, they kill off Pure. They get Kazomi. It's a double kill for Armel, and a good fight for Boom Esports.
BB pushing a little too hard on that. Feeling strong from that early game, but you still got to be careful about diving too hard. Although props to the stolen boat, right? That certainly helps to turn the fight, get you a bit more damage and survivability. They get the tower in the end, so in a way, mission success, more map pressure, but you lose a lot of heroes, and now maybe I'm just going to lose the Kunkka too. Oh boy, very dead. Carry Hoodwink, return kill.
Ooh, maybe. It's going to be Miero who gets it with that Epicenter. Pure's going to be a little frustrated, by the way. He just TP'd top and got glimpsed back, and he's probably thinking, what is the Disruptor doing here? They're fighting mid, guys. What is happening? Burrow Strike, Bushwhack following it up. Life Drain onto Tim's, and he is alive. Even committing now just to maybe look over at Miero. They go to the glimpse. It's onto the Sand King, but that's a kill that doesn't end up happening, and they end up getting the tower with that Nether Blast at level 4.
Save has been brought back to Earth after dying like that. He is no longer building a Maelstrom. He's going back for the Glimmer.
That's depressing. Depressing, but here we are with the stacks being made. A good amount of stacks here for Miero to take, and he wants that Aghanim Scepter after picking up this Blink Dagger. Happy with it, and that's now Battle Fury for Pure. Continue to farm up in the top end of the jungle. They still have that tier 1 tower kind of protecting him, but at the same time, stacks are being taken by Boom. A lot of farming happening within this minute.
Boom is required to farm. I'm gonna say to catch up. I know it's, you know, gold lead wise, it's actually not that crazy of a game, like 1K. But I do think when you have this Beastmaster Luna, you're looking for. You want to be the one grouping up taking towers, not, oh, we're the ones who don't have any tier 1s at 14 minutes, you know? So I do think they need to get to this Helm of the Overlord and start to match some of these towers to get space back.
Do you still go back for that Ags on Jabs, or is he just going to go Helm of the Overlord into all those, like, pipe or items?
We don't usually see it. It would be kind of interesting versus the Pugna as another way to deal with Decrepify, like just kill through it. And we also see it when the offlaner wants to be greedy, which is kind of the Jabs classic, is to play like a greedy offlaner. So if he wants to do that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see it. But I do think this game, a fast nullifier could be good. A BKB would be really good. Like one of those two probably come to mind.
Be interesting to see what they end up committing for. Meanwhile, for the rest of them, of course, Manta for Jackie on the Luna. Armel going into the Kaya Sanj after picking up this Blade Mail. And for the other side, for BB Team, you've got the Blade Mail on GPK. He's got nothing queued up at the moment. But they've got the Battle Fury on Pure, so he's going for the Yasha next. And Sand King, like we said, wants the Ags, and he was farming those stacks to get it. He's happy with the farm that he's been getting so far. He's sitting in the middle of the pack here of the cores. Top of the net worth at the moment is Pure, but doing a good job right now is Armel. He's 7-2-1. He's involved in 8 of the 9 kills that they got on the side of Boom. Really happy with what he's been doing. Hoodwink?
Yeah, Carry Hoodwink, who is no longer doing carry.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the Glimmer Cape, so the dreams are dead. Just the support Hoodwink now. But Miro pushing about 1,500 gold to the Ags. Save. He's going to have this Glimmer Cape soon. See how much that helps them and maybe turning and looking to fight. So you can see Jabs back here and has this Helm of the Dominator locked for the moment. Tim's has Torrent. Still has Torrent.
It's useful.
Something else.
Their catch is not the easiest. You have Glimpse, which isn't always the easiest to, you know, find a good glimpse. Telekinesis is kind of short, so if you can at least telekinesis into Torrent, you know, that's something.
Burrow Strike connecting, and now they've got the Static Storm played down, and they're looking for the epicenter, but this is a swing and a miss by Miero.
That was a really good Static Storm. Otherwise, you certainly lose heroes there. They were not expecting so many of BB Team to be there. But the Static Storm preventing the actual lockdown from coming out. So Queen of Pain just blinks away. They are good to go. And now that's Epicenter down. Boom could be the one looking for something.
We'll see if they are. Jabs is up here top, and he did end up putting together that Helm of the Overlord. They're bringing a bunch of heroes near. Save in a good spot to kind of get some vision on them. And then the Stolen Burrow strikes off the mark, and Save, he's just able to scurry away from these heroes on Boom. Link forward GPK, he's in some trouble with the life drain. Sonic Wave pushing him back. Blade Mail is going to be used, and GPK's no worse for wear. They hit the Bushwhack Sharpshooter. Burrow strike. Armel is dead. And now they want Tims. They find the Rubik. There's not much he can do. The ulti's going to be popped here by Pure. GPK gets the kill onto the Rubik. And that all stems from the fact that they were unable to catch Save. He scurries away, and they get that Bushwhack, and of course the Pugna, the life drain, you know, not really ticking GPK down at all.
Also ties back to having the tier 1 still up at 18 minutes versus a Beastmaster, who usually gets the Helm of the Dominator, takes this really quickly. Because of that, they're able to bring in the heroes to set up for that kind of play. And Luna tried to come over, but, you know, she has to take the slow route. She doesn't have a TP, so she's got to watch the Twin Gate, come over, and by the time that's happened, the fight is already over. The gold lead continues to grow for BB Team. I see towers pinged. Boom really wants to try to get something with his Helm of the Overlord. But here comes BB Team trying to defend it. Carry Hoodwink. The Bushwhack.
Static Storm, but just now Static Storm's just down, right? Like this
Yeah.
doesn't feel that good.
Some indecision there between the teammates, I think.
Oh. They didn't end up getting that deny, which I thought that they would just kind of squeeze that deny out, but it's also 250 gold here for GPK on that. That feels great.
They've got the Yanganims on Sand King. They're going to look for a fight of their own, especially knowing there's no static storm. Oh, you hate to see that. Don't break the life drain. I'm trying to heal you.
All right, let's try
Now I
this
got to
again.
use more mana to heal you.
Meanwhile, Pure got into that BKB. He had Yasha queued originally, but he wants to go into the BKB knowing that it's going to be very vital to him surviving, especially early on. Before this, Disruptor has, of course, an Aghanim Scepter, which he's not going to have for a while. Doesn't even have that Blink Dagger that we normally see them want to get into. They are settled here towards bot. They place this obs. It does see Pure, but they don't want to commit to this under the tower. They know the rotations that can come in from BB team will just make this so much tougher for them to get this kill.
Especially once you see the BKB. If you knew you could use Static Storm and kill him, you'd do it even as the rotations come in. But with that BKB, you're not even going to get an easy kill and then risk being way too far up, especially to go back to it, you have no tier 1s, so your team can't TP in to help you out.
Right.
So they're forced to just back out again, which this has just been kind of the name of the game. They're farming as much as they can, but they don't have as much space to do so. That means free Tormentor over to BB team, and now Hoodwink doesn't have to buy it. So there's a lot of damage amp on the Hunter's Boomerang for the early Aghanims on the Sand King, for all of Kunkka's abilities, which he's also getting real close to a Radiance, so a lot of magic damage from him coming out in these fights.
Telekinesis, Pure, BKB turnaround, immediately pops that ult. The Burrow Strike's going to be a little bit short, but they still have the X marks the spot, though it's not the Static Storm. Hunter's Boomerang thrown out, Armel with the Sonic Wave, and the BKB still going, though. Now they've still got the Silent, the Blink in from Armel. They were trying to get him, and finally will take out Pure. Torrent lands onto 2. But that is a kill onto the Troll. It cost them jabs. They're happy with that. Get some extra gold by taking out that ward. Another ward worth 80 there. And a good fight from Boom Esports. They're getting this Luna closer to the Aghanim Scepter. I have heard at times, may it be in pubs or in pro games, this is where Luna comes alive. Is this true in this game?
Yeah, I would usually say so. Because it's in a slower start, Troll already has a BKB, so he's not going to care as much. And then Kunkka's got the Blade Mail. I mean, that would have always been online first, but it does make it hard to deal with. You don't really want to use it on him. Sand King has been farming well, so he's on the way to BKB. So you are online, but the window is not very large compared to what you would like it to be.
See how much longer Jackie kind of gets in farming here. Save, still going to the 4 staff, looking for... Well, he's not too far off. He picked up that shard. And they will find the Disruptor. The Bushwhack misses, but it's not going to matter. Save still getting the kill, and he is 5-1-8. Happy with what he's got so far. Something we were talking about is maybe the effectiveness of Tim's. He's been involved in 8 of their 10 kills, but does he feel like the difference maker for Boom Esports in the moment?
He's had good steals, good spell casting. I don't think they've really hit their stride yet on Boom, so it's hard to say like he's the difference maker, but he's trying to be right now as they head up, find the Troll.
Ooh, that'll lay down the Bushwhack though. Oh no, the Ghost Ship coming in too. The Sonic Wave gets thrown through, but Armel and Jabs are already dead. Again, the Bushwhack just proving to be so strong, and then they get caught, and it is just devastating from there.
Yeah, That's why if you have the BKB out before the Luna Ags, you get so much safety. As soon as you see it, you just pop it. It gets close, but doesn't finish the job. You all ran up the high ground, so easy bushwhack for our Hoodwink. Now looking for more, too, onto the Rubik.
Yeah, Tim's is in trouble as he's going to be drained of some of his life. And the rest will be taken by Pure. And that puts them right back in to Roche. Another 300 gold there for Pure off that Dominator creep. And they're all looking to maybe come over on Jean. Well, he's got Static Storm, but is this going to be it? There's no Epicenter. The Life Dream from the side. Kataomi's out of health. So now they've got the glimpse. They have this Ancient Creep going over. The Static Storm's going to be committed here onto the Pugna and then the Eclipse. All right, you got Kataomi, but you need to get this Aegis to make it really feel worth it.
It's close. You can come back in and fight this.
Burrow Strike doesn't land on anybody. There's the glimpse. Miro out of the fight. And now Jackie, who's still trying to go with Acorn Shot. Bushwhack. They'll look for the Aegis. It's going to be killed off by Save. But an Aegis for Jackie. And, I mean, that's what they wanted. They wanted the Aegis.
It's still pretty early into the game, so although they had a pretty good fight before, BB Team's Roche was a little bit slow, and boom, they were willing to fight it. They poke, they prod, and actually end up with the Aegis themselves, even if they don't get the gold for the kill. I think you're still very happy to take that because yeah, you feel the pressure for boom. It's a 7K gold lead for BB Team, so if they had an Aegis to stick on the troll, which has been their game plan, right? They're trying to bait this troll in the front with the BKB, the ult, eventually an Aegis, so you have to deal with the troll, otherwise he takes all your buildings, and if you do commit onto him, then you have all the saves and the counter initiations from the back. So getting the Aegis now for Luna protects you from all of that. The troll has to be a lot more careful if he does want to bait himself. He's only got the one life to work with. And maybe now you can do the same thing with your Luna. Stick her in the front, bait her and her second life. She does not have a BKB, so she dies to the combo. But the combo can only happen once since no refreshers at 25 minutes, believe it or not.
A refresher at 25 minutes is just as believable as 60 kills at 20 minutes that I said might happen in game number 1.
We got a lot closer this game. Last game we were at like 4.
Yeah, it was a very slow first half of the game, but this feels like a bit more. I mean, again, it's a 7,000 net worth lead here for BB Team, but it still feels tight.
You do have to be very careful. The Luna Ags, even though they have some answers to it, if you are caught by a roar or a static storm and you can't use abilities, something like that, right? The Luna ult will kill you, and then suddenly you're in a 5 versus 4, and you got to retreat. And this is a Luna we're talking about. If you retreat, she'll destroy your buildings real fast. So you do still have to be very careful on the side of BB Team. You got to respect what Boom can do if you mess up on the fight. And that's why they're mostly avoiding. We see a couple heroes up here to see if it's worth defending, but everyone else trying to split push the other lanes out.
Can they start to cut into the 7,000 net worth lead, and can they make a fight happen up here? Taken away, and Kataomi's going to get 208 gold for that. He's happy to take away the vision. I
actually can't believe Kataomi was able to walk up to an already warded cliff, put it down, and then deward it. I feel like that's Boom actually playing a little too timid, which, to be fair, BB is saying staying off the map. This is why when they split push, don't send the creep waves forever, guys. Nuke out the waves and go hide in the trees again, because from the pros' perspective, they don't know, did they just shove the wave and instantly TP back to fight, or are they still there? But if you're just like dilly-dallying in the creep wave, then you have all the information to work with, and then you got a dead Pugna in your base.
Never good to dilly-dally too long. You can dilly, but if you dally, you might die. Throw down the Static Storm. And this should be Pugna in some trouble, but all of a sudden he's life draining to some freedom. And, well, he's dead. Surrounded on all sides. Not everybody is going to be here for BB Team, so they don't play the counterattack. And he ends up gone. which is a good kill. I mean, you know, it's Boom getting something off the map that they're able to get with relative ease, and there was no response coming in from BB, which means they're able to just get the gold and go.
You're trying to waste out the Aegis, so the supports on BB team, well, the whole team is just trying to push out the other lanes to limit what Boom can do, and the supports will stick around the longest, take the most danger. That's what Pugnum is doing right there. You do die, but I mean it's Boom at their own tier 2, so they're able to push up, get a tier 1, but then that's it. We have about 30 seconds left on this Aegis. You can maybe make one more play if you go real fast, but you won't have Static Storm. And that means that first Aegis, it clears up the tier 1s, but all the tier 2s are still healthy. And you're ready for a new, more equal fight.
And again, can they find the smoke play? Can they find the initiation? Do they want to go for it? They picked up the BKB on Luna, so they'll have that survivability for the 1 life. But like you said, when you've got the Aegis, of course, the 2 is going to feel much better when it's a real just explosion of abilities early from BB and then nothing else. Can they actually make that move? And do they want to actually push the issue on Boom before they get this butterfly? With the game so timid at the moment, maybe Boom want to, but without this Aegis, I expect BB to be on the attack. This is, and I say that.
Tumblr's toy in.
Okay, that was an attempt at the Eclipse, but now this is a dead Disruptor to save. And they went for this with this Static Storm combo with no Ags and an Eclipse attempt. It just leaves me scratching my head.
These are the moments that decided game 1, right? The clean execution from BB team. If we're in, we're in. You know, it's not, oh, I go, you guys aren't in? Oh, ooh. You know, like now I just use Static Storm, right? And it's those split moments of hesitation that cost Boom game 1. And we'll see what happens here in game 2, but it is an 8K gold lead for BB team. They're about to get another Tormentor for themselves. There's no Static Storm even as he respawns, so you can continue looking for fights.
Truthfully, why stop, right? Everything seems to be rolling up Millhouse right now for BB team. Get the shard for Miero. He gets the increase on the epicenter. And the scan connects from the Dire onto Jackie and Jabs. Unbeknownst to them, and you know, they are coming over. They might run into GPK, who pops that blade mail. They do have Eclipse, but there's the Burrow Strike, the epicenter, and the control of the Bushwhack, and that's just the dead Luna. Sharpshooter lands from Save, and Save is now 7-1-11. I mean, he has a pretty big gulp of net worth at just about 12,000. Burrow Strike connects again. They go to the Glimpse to push back Miero, but the TP attempt with the BKB is considered successful from Jabs.
He was trying to get vision with Torrent to X him. That would have been a sick play there. You're still happy to get the Luna, who got chain stunned there. Couldn't even use her BKB or her Manta. And now you got a Troll hitting your towers, plus Nether Blast behind him, so 30 seconds is more than enough time to lose an objective. No, actually, unless they don't want to force it.
No need to put Troll out there, right? Like, you can just Nether Blast.
That's true. Roche is also close to potentially respawning, and
right.
You may not want to force a fight that, you know, you think it should go your way, but in the off chance it doesn't, suddenly you lose the second Roche as well, and now your whole game plan's out of whack. So they'll play it safe for now, but they do get some deep wards down, so this could help them get a future pick off.
Smoke play again.
They need a little bit better execution this time if they want to make this work.
With this being a bit of a longer Roche spawn timer too. GPK, let that courier get to you. Pick up that gem. They smoked on 4, but this isn't gonna exactly be them finding the right positioning.
No, this goes back to BB team's wards. They place down these deep wards. They see no one's pushing the lanes. They see no one's moving in the deep wards. That's pretty suspicious. You know, what are they up to? So everyone takes some defensive positions, and it's absolutely the right call. Smoke from Boom connects on nothing. They have split up now, and it's BB's turn to smoke, and they do have vision of some targets to go to. I see pings onto the Beastmaster, although he just killed a ward. I think that should let them know, like, oh, guys, I think we got to be careful. I think we've been spotted.
Should John Will kind of lingering around a little bit, and that allows him to get hit by the burrow strike, and he actually gets pushed there by the electromagnetic repulsion towards the Rubik, and Save, out of all this, gets a double kill.
He's doing this without damage items. He's 9-1 and 11. Just think of what could have been in another timeline. This guy's got Maelstrom Daedalus right now. And then he doesn't make it to chain stun the Luna, and you know, Luna team wipes him, but dang, it would have been cool.
Sonic Wave on the creep wave burrow strike though. Armel, he should be fine, and they're not gonna initially chase this. But yeah, I mean, Save, he is 9 kills and 11 assists. Man, Shorty burning on the dance floor, that's for sure. I mean, he is really just tearing it up in this game, and he's not giving away much either. He has 1 death. That's it.
He's going to be worth a lot when they kill him. I don't know what kill streak he has exactly, since I don't know when his 1 death was.
I think it was
that squirrel is worth money. I got the memory of a goldfish. I can't recall.
Who are you?
What?
They are going to continue to just control the map, and again, just Nether Blast mid. Never put yourself in that much danger. Why would you? But it's also the 35-minute mark, so you do have these double catapult waves coming through, and you know that means you could be finding yourself in a moment to just look and push. See what they want to do. And that's the real question. Is Armel's going to blink in once again? The BKB's popped very early, and now Burrow Strike as well as the epicenter. That's going to be on the back.
The Beastmaster
catch on to jabs. There's the epicenter, or the Eclipse and the epicenter, but Eclipse just doesn't do anything.
You need the roar so that they can't just BKB, but when your initiation is found by the epicenter Burrow Strike and just taken out immediately, you don't really have much of a fight after that. They're going to try to push out other lanes because BB team is going to get this Roche, and there is nothing you can do about this. Which BB team is reading. Hey guys, let's go. They're going to be split pushing.
All right, Armel, Sonic Wave on the creep wave, and then the BKB now to blink TP out. Scoring not in time, and that is an Aegis for Pure.
It didn't quite work out, but I like that play from BB team.
Yeah.
I mean, I say it didn't work out. You did get a BKB out of Queen of Pain, so you do have about a minute here to push, and if she jumps into the fight, I mean, she'll be the one to die to the epicenter, which he does have a refresher, so you've got 2 in these upcoming fights.
Not only that, now on the other side, you do finally have Jean-Will going into the... He has the axe. So Aghanims is maybe going to be the game changer here.
It could be, and I do think he needs it, but he doesn't have a blink. So he's going to have to Tumbler's Toy in and drop it, which is not the easiest.
The poor man's blink.
Is this, I'll tell you what, this is a Dormant Curio Tumbler's Toy, so just a little bit better. Maybe it'll be good enough.
I mean, 390 units is almost 400 units. That's pretty
and 400 units is almost 1,200. Really, if you think about
that's
it.
That's infinite distance in my brain. He doesn't need the blink. That's why he just went to the Aghanim Scepter. Refresher being built for the Queen of Pain. And Jabs... I mean, I gotta assume he just got the blink dagger, but maybe he wants a refresher. Double roar. More
The
control.
problem is we haven't even seen the first roars really come out in these fights. He's
No.
constantly being found first, which a different game plan, or the original game plan of Boom in a different timeline is, you know, have a better start in the lanes. You're the ones taking towers. You blink roar into the Luna ult. Off that kill, you have a bunch of damage. You take towers. Now that you're on the back foot, they just have not been able to connect that at all.
All right, they stole X. So they're going to use this to allow the Queen of Pain to potentially maneuver. But now they've stolen Torrent, so now that is good. Epicenter, Burrow Strike, that comes in, and that lands onto the Rubik. They get the kill on the Tims. You got to remember, he's got that refresher. They do have buyback available on the Rubik, but they've already lost the tier 3 tower top. BKB, Blink in, Primal Roar, buyback comes out from Tims. They go to the Eclipse, but again, where
So
is
many
the
creeps.
damage? I don't see it. The damage doesn't exist. Jabs is dead. They X marks back Armel, and that's the sharpshooter. Another Burrow Strike hits, and this is just pure devastation. They have no answer on Boom Esports.
I mean, the damage would have been there, but Clips is hitting the creep wave that is alive. So you're kind of forced to take a fight because you know if you don't take a fight and they're diving us, we're just going to slowly lose. But that is not a very great fight to be forced into. And now you don't have any of those abilities. So Pure literally just blinks into your base to take this tower in. I think that was about 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's a quick tower to take. BKBs popped by both Miero as well as Jackie. But do they really even need to chase? No, they don't. They can get the mid-set of racks. 2 sets are gone, and now it's the bottom lane's turn. They'll go back for the tier 2 tower. He does have that Swift Blink. Doesn't care about your double catapults or anything like that. He's going to actually bring in his own creep wave and then take your tower in a heartbeat. Oh, you glimpsed me. That's nice, but I got X'd by GPK. I'm getting thrown around everywhere.
They're
That
just
was pretty
telling him,
cool.
just keep it in the buildings, man. It's like, I don't know where I am. I'm lost.
That was an interesting little split second there.
How do you even walk into this? It's so hard.
You don't. Although, I say that, Primal Roar and maybe the First Life. But now Eclipse on cooldown. He's coming back alive, and they're going to have the arrow ready to go. But no, Epicenter, Sonic Wave, Static Storm, that's with the Ags. Sharpshooter thrown at Luna, and they took down the Moon. They aimed for the Moon, they get the kill. Pure's got it, GG is called, and BB Team, they give it 5 big booms, and they take down Boom Esports.
This one also really well done from BB Team. A special shout out to the supports. I